I thought the vote last night on Syria was very important. It said an awful lot about Parliament and the way in which Parliament can speak for the country, but it also spoke for the way in which individual constituencies and constituents were able to influence their MP. I felt that Ed Miliband took the right stance. I felt very strongly that we should not intervene in any way, but it was important to lay down the ground rules. Sadly, the Prime Minister got it completely wrong and was not even able to carry his own backbenchers, let alone some of the Liberal Democrats. But unsurprisingly, the MP for Stroud did go along with the Prime Minister. I felt he should have listened to people in Stroud. All too often he just seems to rush off into the government lobby without any second thoughts or considerations about what the wider numbers of people in Stroud think about these issues. How do we take this forward? Well, clearly we must unite around the United Nations and make sure that all action is now taken against Syria. My worry all the time has been that we would get involved in a wider confrontation between the Sunni and Shia Muslim communities, and I don't think people have really quite cottoned on to the way in which the Middle East is now split between the two religious groups, and Syria is just but one facet of that. So we were rushing into a conflict without any real thought of how we would be able to exit from it, and more particularly we're taking sides in a conflict where it is much more complicated than just saying that the Assad regime, terrible as it is, has to be dealt with. The idea that you could limit that confrontation, that intervention, was quite simply naive, and I'm glad that MPs in the main, sadly not Stroud's MPs, saw through that and voted accordingly. Parliament spoke, and it's important that the country is listened to, and at least on this occasion the Prime Minister has now taken the appropriate action and listened.